Have you ever stood in front of your mirror, slipping into a dress you once loved, only to feel that somehow it doesn't love you back today? Maybe the neckline feels wrong, the hemline cuts at an odd place, the fit seems to highlight something you'd rather soften, and you wonder, is it me or is it the dress? Let me tell you something powerful. It's never you, it's always the outfit. Dresses are more than fabric stitched together. They're architecture for the body, poetry in motion, and mirrors of your unique shape. And when you understand which dress flatters your body type, you stop fighting with fashion and start flowing with it. Today, on Dress, Dine, and Shine, we'll explore the outfit secrets that make every body type look radiant. Whether you're petite, curvy, tall, athletic, or somewhere in between, I'll share timeless dress styles, cultural wisdom, and subtle tricks that bring out your natural beauty without ever making you feel like you're hiding anything. So let's unlock the wardrobe secrets that designers know but rarely tell.
Part 1. The universal rules that apply to every body. Before we go into specific body types, let's uncover a few universal truths that apply to all women. Balance is everything. Fashion is like architecture. Every shape looks beautiful when it feels proportioned. If one area feels heavier, balance it with structure or detail elsewhere. Necklines matter. A neckline frames your face. V-necks elongate. Boat necks broaden. Square necks add sophistication. It's not about trends, it's about framing your features. Fabric tells the truth. Stiff fabrics add structure, while flowy fabrics soften. Choose depending on what you want the dress to say. Color placement creates illusion. Darker shades recede, lighter shades highlight. That's why color blocking and strategic patterns can completely change proportions. These rules will act like your compass, no matter what your body type is. Part 2. The hourglass. If your shoulders and hips are almost equal in width, with a naturally defined waist, you're the classic hourglass. Outfit secrets for hourglass. Wrap dresses. They emphasize the waist and flow over curves gracefully. Fit and flare styles. They celebrate proportion, hugging the waist and then releasing into a skirt. Belts are your allies. A simple belt can make even a loose dress look like it was made for you. What to avoid? Boxy cuts that hide the waist. Shapeless tunics. Style example. Think of Marilyn Monroe's iconic dresses. They hugged but never squeezed. Part 3. The pear shape. Wider hips with narrower shoulders. This is the graceful pear. Outfit secrets for a pear shape. A-line dresses. They skim over the hips while highlighting the upper body. Boat neck or off-shoulder necklines. These broaden the shoulders slightly, balancing your frame. Structured sleeves. Puff sleeves or cap sleeves can balance proportions. What to avoid? Overly clingy fabrics around the hip area. Straight-cut dresses that draw attention downward. Style example? Think of Bollywood icons who wore saris with detailed blouses. It wasn't just fashion, it was proportion magic. Part 4. The apple shape. If your weight tends to gather around the midsection, but you have beautiful legs and bust, welcome to the apple. Outfit secrets for apple shape. Empire waist dresses. They draw attention just below the bust, flowing gracefully over the tummy. V-necks. They elongate the torso. Shift dresses. Loose yet structured, perfectly modern. What to avoid? Clingy materials around the stomach. High necklines that make the torso look heavier. Idea. Style example. Oprah Winfrey has often embraced empire cuts and V-necks, using clothing to highlight her energy rather than hide her form. Part 5. The rectangle. Athletic. If your shoulders, waist, and hips are fairly similar in width with fewer curves, You're the rectangle or athletic body type. Outfit secrets for rectangle. Peplum dresses. They add instant curves at the hip. Belted shirt dresses. They create a waist where one isn't defined. Asymmetrical cuts. They add movement and visual interest. What to avoid? Boxy shapes that flatten your silhouette. Straight, unstructured maxi dresses without definition. Style example. Princess Diana often wore belted dresses, turning a straight silhouette into a regal hourglass illusion. Part 5. The rectangle. Athletic. If your shoulders, waist, and hips are fairly similar in width with fewer curves, you're the rectangle or athletic body type. Outfit secrets for rectangle. Peplum dresses. They add instant curves at the hip. Belted shirt dresses. They create a waist where one isn't defined. Asymmetrical cuts. They add movement and visual interest. What to avoid? Boxy shapes that flatten your silhouette. Straight, unstructured maxi dresses without definition. Style example. Princess Diana often wore belted dresses, turning a straight silhouette into a regal hourglass illusion. Part 7. The tall frame. If you're tall, your challenge isn't length, it's balance. Outfit secrets for tall women. Midi and maxi dresses. You can carry them effortlessly. Color blocking breaks height into elegance. Bold prints. Tall frames can carry dramatic patterns beautifully. What to avoid? Dresses that are too short, making you appear taller than you want. Minimalistic designs that don't match your natural drama. Style example. Supermodel Carly Kloss often wears bold gowns because tall frames can carry statement fashion like no other. Part 8. The plus-size beauty. Plus size isn't a body type. It's a celebration of fullness and presence. Dresses here are about enhancing, not hiding. Outfit secrets for plus size. Wrap dresses and A-lines, forever flattering. Structured fabrics. They shape without clinging. Vertical patterns. Instant lengthening. What to avoid? Oversized, shapeless dresses that drown your shape. Tiny patterns that make the body look larger. Style example. Lizzo often wears bold, unapologetic gowns that command attention because beauty isn't size, it's confidence. Part 9. Cultural wisdom. Across cultures, dresses were never random. They were designed to flatter. In India, the Anarkali flares from the bust, perfect for apple and pear shapes. In Japan, the kimono uses belts, obis, to define the waist. In Western history, corsets and A-lines were all about balance. Fashion has always been rooted in proportion. It's not new, it's timeless. So here's the truth. There is no perfect body. There is only the perfect harmony between your body and your dress. When you choose wisely, a dress doesn't just flatter your figure, it flatters your confidence, your walk, your presence. It makes silence powerful, entrances effortless, and beauty natural. The next time you slip into a dress, don't ask, "Does this look good on me?" Ask instead, "Does this dress honor who I am today?" Because when fabric meets soul, that's when you don't just dress, you shine. Thank you for joining me on Dress, Dine, and Shine. If you enjoyed these secrets, subscribe for more style wisdom and share this with a friend who deserves to fall in love with her reflection again. Until next time, dress well, dine beautifully, and shine always.